once you had your training and your games, then the trials would make sense. But I wouldn't. It's just a trial. The word is very exciting for others, and it's very catchy. It catches a lot of people, and that's what destroys careers. Staying in EBSM, you get trained first to be 100% for the trials you're gonna get afterwards. I think that's the main part about it, and the process is just, it's promising, and that's why I stick to it. Forces you to train more, forces you to achieve your dream more, because you know you come to Germany, you have a dream, you want to achieve it, and there's a good pressure that it's created inside yourself. In football, it's Eriksen, and he knows what is right in which situation. I think you wouldn't find a mentor like him if you go to other countries like Spain, because there are many academies you could go to, there are many options, but they would care about you as a player, but they wouldn't care about your future, so to say. Hi, my name is Abhishek Kevadiya, and I'm 18 years old, and I've been at DFE since the past 5 years. So my coach told me that there are these trials happening for Germany, and I basically enrolled for it. And it was happening at Balkanji in Santa Cruz, Mumbai, and I saw Eriksen, I met him. There were many people. Also, there were 100 players, so to say, and there were many in my age category. So it was very hard at first, and but Eriksen basically recognized the talent, so he chose the best ones out of them. And then after that, the crazy part is he still remembered me from out of those 100 players, and we had a talk after the session. So basically, all the parents had a meeting and was selected. After that, also he came to us personally, and he explained to us how it is and all. So basically, he felt me and my family that we actually worth something, and like we are actually welcome in Germany. When I came here for 3 months trials, people usually say when you go away from home you're usually homesick, but this is a place where you want to chase your dreams and you want to achieve your dreams, and the facilities and everything like just made me feel like home. I was never homesick, and I was just excited to achieve my goals, and I mean, I don't know, it was a good feeling going away from home and trying to achieve your dreams. First training I got, they were very good. So basically I got dream of late, I got nutmegged, then I realized that it's gonna be hard, the first training. And basically the best part about it is that I didn't give up, and we have training twice a day. I was training, got better, and and I improved a lot over here. So I mean, obviously there's a lot of competition because it's a foreign country, and the players obviously they come from all over the world, USA, South Africa, the best ones. So it is probably hard at first, but you just have to keep on going. For me personally, whenever I see there are players better than me, I just have that urge in me to wreck them one day, so to say, to do the same thing they did with me. And I don't like losing, so I was just, my mentality was to get better than them one day, and to just be one of the best over here. And basically it's not easy doing it alone. That's why you have Eriksen, who is a very good mentor and who helps you through this process, who always guides you. So I think Eriksen also played a big role in it. I was 13. Trials I played under 12, and then I went to under 14, under 16, under 17, under 19. Coming here, I trained my basics a lot more, and if you want to become a best player, if you want to become one of the best players in the world, your basics have to be top notch. For example, Son, he trains his basic with his dad day by day. So training my basics really helped me, and yeah, I think technically was my part of it. Even in Germany, DFE is known as the most tactical and technical team. There are players who train in DFE are the best in terms of technique compared to other teams, Bundesliga teams or local teams. And for me, the best part about DFE is you have 2 times training a day. And the other part is, for example, my weakness is first touch, and there are many other guys in the academy that have the same weakness. So we all have a training together, improving our first touch in the morning training. So they basically train your weak points, and that's what makes you better day by day. So for example, I had a weak foot. My left foot was weak. In 1-2 years, it became normal, and it's almost reaching the level of my right foot now. And so yeah, I would say that the specific and technical training that DFE has, and the licensed coach that they have over here that are tactically good, It's not like a Sunday league football that you just put the ball ahead and you run. Basically, there are many tactics and there are many rotations in the game. There are many switches, and it's basically a lot of head work also. And yeah, technique and tactic would be the best part about DFE, I would say. Basically, the whole world, for example, the hostel and the school, they revolve around football. You go, you take 2 steps, you see Schweinsteiger. You take 2 more steps, you see Messi. So it just inspires you to achieve your goals day by day. And the fact that there are many pitches over here, one indoor ground in the hostel, one outside the hostel, small one for the kids to play, one indoor pitch and one natural pitch and one artificial big pitch and one artificial small pitch. There are many pitches to play on. So every weekend we go, and we don't have games, we go train, and we basically spend our time by playing football every day. When it comes to hygiene, I think Germans are very strict about it. So the rooms are gonna be cleaned every 2 days, so to say. And I've been living with an Indian. That's my roommate from Pune. So that's a good thing about it, because I have my own people around me, but I also have foreigners who can bond with. But the rules are pretty strict. You have to be home by 10 o'clock. So this gives a surety to the parents also that their kids are gonna be safe and they're focused on what they're doing right now. So boarding is also good. I live with Indians, and we just have our fun. We talk about football, we bond, and as they say, hostel life is the best life. When I first came in trials, obviously I had to do some German. And after when I came for a long term, I had to do a whole year learning German only, because it is very important to learn German. Otherwise, you're not going to understand anyone over here, and that's just a waste of time, not understanding anyone and just being clueless. So I learned German for a year, went to German schooling after that. There were 2 options, either the international one, Cambridge, or German normal school. I took the German way because I already learned German and I wanted to get better in it, because I could see myself playing in Germany more. So I took the German way. I did my 9th, 10th, 11th, and now I'm doing my 12th over here. The whole program is structured in a way that you don't have to travel a lot. For example, in India, I had to go after school and I have to drive for half an hour for my training. And over here, after you have a morning training from 8 to 10, 8 to 9:30, and you have a half an hour break. You take a shower, you freshen up, you go to school till 4 o'clock. You have a break for 1 hour, and then you go for evening training. It's just a 5-minute walk from the school till the hostel, and 5-minute walk from the hostel till the pitch. So the parents don't have to worry about anything, because the kids are gonna be safe, because it's everything. It's on the same land, so to say, and they always have a track of where the players are and when the training is and everything. There's a training plan we can look at every day to get to know when our training is and where our training is. So that's a very good part about DFE also, that everything is close to each other. I think of it as a complete advantage, because if I didn't know German, I wouldn't understand the tactics and I would be sitting on the bench. No game time. That would lead to many more negative things. Learning German in Germany, that's one of the main things I have to do for me personally, because there are many players who I know who have a disadvantage because they don't understand tactics, and that's why they're not getting to play. And if you can sacrifice 1 year for German, I think that's gonna help you on the long term. So for me, I would rather sacrifice 1 year, and even after that, if you feel like I don't want to do German schooling, there's another option for you doing the international schooling. But at that time, you also know German and you can also do international schooling. So it is a big advantage to learn German. You would only understand once you come here, because you would only understand how addictive this game is and how addictive it is to improve. Because once you come here, I don't think you're gonna feel like going back, and going back to India is just gonna be a waste of time then, because you become much better than players in India, and I think Europe is the best place where you can put your qualities into place, and yeah, it's just addictive to be here and to improve every day. You can't categorize India, because anyone can compete in Europe. It's just a question of dedication and passion. Obviously not gifted, we are not as much gifted as the Europeans because it's a sport. For example, we have cricket and we are gifted in that. But if you work hard, if you train every day, anything is possible, so to say. And thus, I wouldn't categorize saying that India is not as good as the Europeans. I think us and me and the other boys have proved that we are better than so many Germans and so many other players over here by training every day. So that's a wrong myth. I did my research about EBSM and it sounded to be promising and trustworthy project, so to say. And after I came here, I realized that I've been improving a lot, and it wouldn't bring me anything if I go to Poland and get my trials, if I go to Spain and get my trials without having experience, without having quality training and quality experience, for example. And staying in EBSM, you get trained first to be 100% for the trials you're gonna get afterwards. I think that's the main part about it, and the process is it's promising, and that's why I stick to it. Trials is basically, when you hear the word trial, is just makes you think of you playing in a big club. If I hear trials, I'm gonna get trials at this club, I would take it back then, because I wouldn't know what my level is, I wouldn't know how much training I still do need. You can get a trial, but the thing is, would you succeed in it? Trials can be given to many places. Maybe you get it through the contacts you have, but if you don't have the quality for it, it's not going to help you in the future. And if you come here in EBSM, you train, you have your level of experience. Once you experienced enough, once you had your training and your games, then the trials would make sense. But I wouldn't. It's just a trial. The word is very exciting for others, and it's very catchy. It catches a lot of people, and that's what destroys careers. I would say discipline is the main factor, and so for example, how DFE is structured, it's all about discipline. And sometimes you don't feel like going to training, sometimes you don't feel like going to school, but there are many. Back in India, I wouldn't know if there are consequences to it. If I wouldn't go for training or school, there are no consequences to it. I would just live my life like it is. Over here, if you don't go to school, you don't go to training, and that creates a guilt, so to say, and that creates a bad feeling that you have, and you don't want to have that feeling again. So that's what forces you to train more, forces you to achieve your dream more, because you come to Germany, you have a dream, you want to achieve it, and there's a good pressure that it's created inside yourself. Main part is game sense and positioning. They don't know where to be at what time. They're clueless, so to say, because in India you just play five-a-side more often. Over here you're not used to big pitches. Over here there are only big pitches. You know where to position yourself, you know what to do in which situation, how many touches to take, at what time, and you have to be prepared for your next move before you get the ball. So in India you don't get trained like that. In India you just get the ball, you run ahead, you score. That's it.
Parents or people telling players, no matter what their qualities are, that they should be strikers because strikers get paid the most?
I still get told by my dad that I have to be a striker, because he hears Cristiano Ronaldo, he hears Harry Kane, he has many strikers who score goals, Messi, who keep on scoring goals, but they don't hear, for example, a Toni Kroos, who has won more trophies than a Messi or Ronaldo. I think midfielders, they are the main part of the game. Without them, they wouldn't be able to score goals, because that's that's the first part of building a game or building a play. And that's obviously a myth, because you still get paid a lot. Obviously not as much as the player who scores a goal, but that feeling to make our team score a goal and controlling the team is I think for me is much more and much better than to score a goal. Having an Erikser on your side is always something that every player would wish, because he is very experienced. Looking at his history and his background, he's very experienced. He knows a lot about football, and I think I wouldn't have played against all the Bundesliga teams if I wasn't mentored by him, because at some point I didn't have so much experience and he was experienced to tell me what to do in what kind of situation. And I think you wouldn't find a mentor like him if you go to other countries like Spain, because there are many academies you could go to, there are many options, but they would care about you as a player, but they wouldn't care about your future, so to say. They would give you trials, but they wouldn't tell you what to do in those trials. And with Ericsson, I think he would give you trials, he would tell you what to do, he would show you the path and you just have to walk on it. Basically, it's just trusting. It's a trust process, and I think Ericsson has earned a trust of our parents. And yeah, till now, every player has been successful or are doing good in the program. So yeah, once you do it or once you experience it, you know that it is right. Because obviously, for example, it's the same with our parents. We don't like to listen to our parents, but at the end of the day, we know they're right. Ericsson know in football, it's Ericsson, and he knows what is right in which situation. So basically, whenever he speaks, there's this urge to hear and to do whatever he says, because at the end of the day, it's for our benefit, and we all know that he wants nothing else other than our benefit.